Rowan Steele into the intro now. It's nice to modify these intros every single week. Find a decent goal, a decent celebration for Rowan Steele as well. Thank goodness he kicked 2 goals against Adelaide. And Lipinski, technically involved as well. It needed to include Lipinski. So even though we lost to Adelaide last week, I'm still a winner personally. And I hope you guys are winners so far this week. It is the bye week for Collingwood. So good chance to put the feet up if you want, relax for a bit. Even though we've played 2 games, it sucks. This opening round fixturing sucks. I hate the buys. I hate the split round to start the season. Get rid of it. Just get rid of it. I'm digressing. I know. Just get rid of it. Get rid of it. You didn't get rid of it. Get rid of it. Just get rid of it. This video, I've been wanting to make this video for a few days. I've had work brain for the past week, so I thought just a good chance to get away from the channel. I've uploaded a few YouTube shorts just to make up for it. Gained a few subscribers as well. Thank you guys for joining. Once you guys watch this video, you'll realize I'm not that good of a YouTuber, so you will end up unsubscribing anyway. So I know how the system works, but if you guys aren't subscribed to my channel already and you're enjoying my content, subscribe, notify bell, like the videos, comment your thoughts, all things Collingwood, share the videos if you wish. Up to you. Up to you guys. I hope you guys have had a good week so far. But in this video, I wanted to discuss Collingwood's forward line so far in 2026. I know that's a small sample size, just 2 games. Other clubs have played 3 games. Most clubs 2 games. Other clubs or teams, interchangeable, 1 game so far. Again, split round, opening round, buys to start the season. Not a fan of it. But even though it's an early sample so far, a small early sample to be exact, the vibes, the eye check is still there for Collingwood so far in 2026. I can sit here and talk about all areas and facets of Collingwood's game right now, and that would be an hour-long video, I reckon. It's not panic stations or raise the alarm or the white flag or anything like that. It's more so a point of concern, trending downwards and what we can do to fix it compared to the competition. You'll notice in the early game so far, it's high scoring, octane, dynamic, electric footy, big scores. You'll see that every season to start the AFL season, to be exact. Big scores to start the season, then it dwindles down once winter comes in. So, yeah, what's the pattern behind big scoring? It's just the start of the season. But to be fair, though, it does suck because every season we start off with these high scores, big scores, massive statement wins and whatnot, performances as well. And there's always a handful of teams that stick out for not being dynamic or electric or trying to prioritize their defense over their attack. And it looks like Collingwood's joined that mix for 2026. We are, to my eyes at least, Hollywood fans saying it's a professional performance, but it is a bit of a boring watch compared to other teams. I'm sorry to say that, but it's a long season. We need to prepare for this. And we've got the Giants in round 2, Friday night, Marvel Stadium. That's as dynamic as it's going to get for us. So we need to be able to counteract that. They are a side that gives us troubles. It's a matchup in game style we can't adjust well against, unfortunately. At Marvel Stadium, whether it's under a roof or not under a roof, there's the update there for Marvel Stadium. Last year, our goal efficiency went down to 22% when it was up as high as around 30%, and we were the best team in the competition for the majority of the season. And we dwindled down to 4th spot, got knocked out in the prelim final, and we got what we deserved last year because our form eradicated after beating Carlton by nearly 10 goals, resting players, and just all of a sudden our attacking game went out the window. Now, I saw a stat last week that we've only scored above 90 once in the past 10 games, I think it is, and that's against Richmond. Richmond at the MCG, and I remember that game was a very boring sort of win for us. Nick Dacos had a field day to be expected, but besides that, there's very little joy for our forward half and our attacking game and just an overall watch. It's good for professionalism and discipline for our back line, even though it wasn't there against Adelaide. Collingwood's attacking game leaves a lot to be desired. Again, I can talk about all facets of Collingwood's game. The back line's been stretched for heights, but they're doing the best they can. The ruck, Darcy Cameron, maybe the new ruck rules are exploiting him. It's benefiting his direct opponents, that's for sure. Headouts to advantage have gone down for Darcy Cameron and Darcy Cameron standards. Even though Darcy Cameron can fill a hole down back and play around the ground, that's perfectly fine. The headouts to advantage will kill us in the midfield, as it did against Adelaide in that 3rd quarter. And even our midfield leaves a bit to be desired, or a lot. I say a bit, not a lot to be desired, but a bit to be desired. It can improve on that. Our centre ball up attendees, besides Nick Dacos, there's no consistency in the midfield. I was going to say no cohesion or chemistry, but that's for the forward line. There's just no consistency in the midfield. That's something we need to improve on. We need to see decent performances from guys like DeGoey in the midfield, put Bo McCreary in the midfield, Perryman in the midfield, Josh Dacos in there as well, Ed Allen, and then you've got Pendlebury's side bottom, Jack Crisp to go off as well. Yeah, we just need to get that balance right in the midfield, but we need to get the balance right up forward. And that's the biggest point of concern right now for Collingwood in 2026. If you're not following me on Instagram, I posted a few stats the last few days on Collingwood's forward line, the key forwards, and also just our overall attacking game so far. So give the Instagram a follow, but I am going to post stats in this video anyway. They have been updated. I am including the games so far played in round two, Thursday night and Friday night. So the Dogs, Adelaide, Sydney, Hawthorn, their stats are included. I get it. The calculations aren't going to be fair. I get it. But it's more about the eye test and the vibe test and just something I need to point out. So I've mentioned the key forwards for each club so far. So the top nine, you can see it's Hawthorn, Sydney, Bulldogs, Adelaide. They've already played their games so far in round two. But you can notice the key forward trios: Gunston, Chol, Lewis, Armadi, Charlie Curnow, McDonald for Sydney, Phil Thorpe, Fogarty, Tex Walker for Adelaide, and Bulldogs have Norton and Sam Darcy. Sam Darcy's two key forwards in one, but they've kicked 18 goals so far. Even teams like Melbourne and North Melbourne, their key forwards are firing so far. Van Rooyen kicked 6 goals. Mychek, baby, come back. Mychek has unlocked Jacob Van Rooyen so far. North Melbourne, Trembath has come on and looking good so far for them. Larkey's going to do Nick Larkey things. Jack Darling will provide that supporting role as well. Kind of like their version of Tim Membry, which is fair enough. The Giants, I've included Jake Riccardi, but Hogan and Max Krasuski. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He's going to likely play against us, so I want to pronounce it right. They're still kicking goals. Jake Stringer's kicking goals for them. Gold Coast have only got Ben King kicking goals. He's kicked 9 goals. Ethan Reid hasn't kicked a goal, and they've got no Jed Walter or Jamara Ugle-Hagan. And Shannon Neal and Jeremy Cameron will do their thing for Geelong as well. So the top 9 teams for key forwards kicking goals so far, they're in the mix for finals already, even though Melbourne and North Melbourne need to establish themselves. I know the bottom 9, and you can notice it's like key patterns as well. St Kilda don't have a genuine key forward. Port Adelaide's got Jack Whitlock. He'll take a bit of time. Oscar Allen just starting up at Brisbane. Brody Kemp is more of a third key forward, if anything. West Coast, but Jake Waterman keeps doing his thing. Job Shanahan is underrated. Freo, 1 game played so far as of this recording. So you'd expect Tracy, Amos, and Voss to bounce back. Caddy and Wright, they'll do their thing against Port Adelaide. They've only played 1 game. Richmond have played 1 game. And the reason why I've got Collingwood dead last is we've played 2 games so far, and it's only McStay and Tim Membry kicking a goal each. McStay kicked the goal in the first quarter against St Kilda. Membry kicks a goal final quarter against Adelaide. So we went 6 quarters without a goal from our key forwards, which is pretty damning. No goals from Jack Buller so far. That's another point of concern. I've seen comments online saying we need to give Jack Buller a month or 2 months to just acclimatise to Collingwood's structure and whatnot. I completely disagree with that. He needs to come in and make an impact. You're seeing trade-ins and new inclusions at other clubs, and they're firing straight away. And what's Jack Buller done so far? Nothing. No goals. He's trying his best. I'll give him that. But he needs to hit the scoreboard. And if he's not hitting the scoreboard, he needs to go back to the VFL and goals, get that confidence up. You name it. We just need goals from our key forwards. Just 2 goals so far. Elliott's got 4 goals. Rowan Steele has 3. DeGoey's got 3. Schultz is kicking goals. Nick Dacos kicked 2 goals as well. So I have no issues with our small forwards or even our midfielders kicking goals. I expect more goals from our midfielders this year, and that needs to occur still and keep continuing, to be exact. But the key forwards, man, so far, the way it's going, you can see where we're ranked compared to other clubs like West Coast, Essendon, Richmond. Yeah, they don't have much firepower, and it looks like we don't have much firepower so far in 2026. McStay, got to be honest, yes, he's on a 5-year contract. He hasn't delivered the goods. He's been injured for half of it, for the majority of it, sorry, just to readjust. But he is not the guy up forward. He's not the key forward. He's he's a second or third supporting key forward. He was like that at Richmond, or he's Brisbane, sorry, he was like that at Brisbane. But we're trying to use him as 1A or 1B or 1C. and also pinch hitting in the ruck, and it's just not working, and it's starting to affect his confidence. Tim Membry had a solid season last year, 30 plus goals. Maybe he kicks another 30 goals this year, but he's out of contract this year, and I'd expect this will be his final year at Collingwood. Maybe final year in the AFL, and Jack Buller's on a 2-year contract, hasn't kicked a goal so far. He averaged a goal a game last year playing for Sydney when guys like Logan McDonald was out, Joel Amati was out, and Hayden McLean was swapping between ruck and forward line. So yeah, it doesn't paint good numbers so far for our key forwards, and I don't think Ben King coming in next year will be the solution. I think it depends on our entries inside 50. Again, these numbers, small sample size, other games have been played and whatever, but we ranked 10th in the competition for inside 50s, 10th in the competition for marks inside 50. So basically, 1 in every 5 entries inside 50 leads to a mark. Against Adelaide, by three-quarter time, we had 45 inside 50s for 4 marks. We got 6 marks in the final quarter inside for marks inside 50, which is elite, but we need to be playing the final quarter, like the whole game. Just, I've not said that right, but you get it. Efficiency inside 50, under 50%, 14th in the competition. 22 goals, 25. I know it's a small sample size, 22 goals, 11 goals in 2 games, or 11 goals each, 10th in the competition. We are 10th for points for. They'll go down with other games played. 46.8% goal accuracy as well. Doesn't include set shot accuracy, and it doesn't include out of bounds on the full, but we're outside the top 8, bottom 10, bottom 8 to be exact for goal accuracy, and 13th for goal efficiency, 22.2%. Our goal efficiency last year went down to 22% from 30%, and the goal efficiency will continue going down for us so far. And if that continues, then it's not so much a cliff, but it is a slow and steady decline, like going down to mid-table wildcard round and possibly below the wildcard round. So that's a big area of improvement for us. Efficiency inside 50, and just trying to find a target closer in front of goal. Like, we are finding targets, but they're leading out to the flanks or the boundary line, and it doesn't lead to a goal. So it's like, okay, we get a mark inside 50, but the V to be exact, and this is a good reason why I like to buy level 4 or level 3 behind the goals tickets and watch the game, or even from the pocket. You see the leading patterns, and they're, again, no chemistry, no cohesion, no synergy with our key forwards. Everyone's leading to the same spot, like bowling pins once the ball comes in. Everyone crashes, and the opposition's got the first like crumb or they get the ball and we can apply the pressure. That's all right. We zone well defensively so far, but we just can't execute so far. And again, it's a big area of improvement. It's a point of concern so far. Our efficiency inside 50 against the Crows, again, 16 games played so far, so 32 performances. Our efficiency inside 50 against Adelaide was the 5th lowest in the competition. Sydney's got the lowest. That was from their performance against Hawthorn Thursday night. So what or how can we improve on this to make our forward line better? Is it a case of just our midfielders needing to lower the eyes, putting certain players in good positions like Lipinski and Rowan Steele entering inside 50 and fighting a target? Do we need to utilize the V inside 50 instead of just leading out to the pockets and the flanks? Or is it just a matter of lowering the eyes? Or is it a matter of, okay, we need to drop some players as key forwards, set up a different structure up forward, different personnel to include in our forward line, and to lesser extent our ruck, just overall height for that matter? And can that improve our forward line performance in 2026 after the bye? So we're going in right now with Dan McStay, Tim Membry, Jack Buller, Charlie West is out, Oscar Steen remains out. I have included 10 possible selection scenarios, I reckon, going forward, because I don't think McStay, Membry, and Buller works, unfortunately. So few options. They will include Charlie West and Oscar Steen coming in for someone going out. So a few options. McStay comes in, or McStay stays in. Charlie West comes in. Jack Buller remains and means Tim Membry's out. Reason for that, Dan McStay could play the Tim Membry role, leading out of the forward 50, finding at half forward and entering inside 50. Even though his kicking does let him down, he is agile. He is underrated for his agility. He can pick up the ground ball as well. Or we move Dan McStay down back as a key defender. Darcy Moore, Jeremy Howe coming back in, sure, Reef McInnes as well, but we've been stretched for height, and Dan McStay could provide that insurance down back. He was drafted as a key defender. He has played as a key defender, more so compared to Brody Mychek, who we drafted as a key defender, but we used him as a key forward straight away. Unreal. Other options, McStay, Membry, West comes in for Jack Buller. Buller, Membry, Charlie West comes in for Dan McStay as well. I'm not a fan of Jack Buller or Dan McStay pinch hitting in the ruck, which is why I've got a few options where we include Oscar Steen coming in. And we just go with two key forwards, McStay, Membry, and Oscar Steen, second ruck or third key forward option. Oscar Steen can kick a goal or two as a key forward in the VFL, and his trajectory is going up still, and it's leading towards an AFL debut eventually in 2026 and beyond. So why not utilize him now? Like, get him benefiting the ruck rules as well. He was holding his own against North Melbourne and against GWS in the Pracky games. And I think he can do just fine at AFL level. Helps out Darcy Cameron as well in the ruck. We can go with McStay, Buller, and Steen. So Membry goes out and Charlie West remains out. Or we go Charlie West in, Oscar Steen in, and Buller and Membry go out, and McStay remains as a key forward. I think McStay has got the versatility compared to Buller and Tim Membry. That's why I've got McStay remaining in the squad for the most of these selections. We can go Buller, Membry, and Steen. So West is out and McStay remains out, or we can use him as a key defender. Possibly Buller, West, and Steen. And there's West as a key forward and Membry as a lead out forward, and Oscar Steen as that second ruck and third key forward, which means McStay or Buller and Buller remains out. Sorry, or whatever. And the final option, that's a long shot, and I don't think it will happen, is we go with just one of McStay, Buller, or West, plus Oscar Steen. So that would mean Membry's out, and McStay and Buller could possibly be dropped as well. Even though there would be a bloated key forward lineup in the VFL, it might be required to free up space. And I've talked so far, and I haven't even mentioned Jamie Elliott, because our key forward combination so far is disrupting Jamie Elliott as well. Jamie Elliott's had very little impact on the game so far, 4 goals, but he could be playing a lot better as well. He could be having a better output as well. So just got to get the balance right, the key forwards, help out Jamie Elliott as well. If it gets to a certain point where we may go one of West, Buller, McStay, and Tim Membry. Membry leads out, creates pockets of space for Jamie Elliott, and Jamie Elliott can do his thing. If Nick Dacos is going to rest up forward, he can do his thing as well. Jordan De Goey can do his thing as well. Bo McCreary's got space to work with. Brian Steele, Lockie Schultz, a certain players playing very well so far in 2026. Probably the only player that knows what Collingwood's forward line's supposed to look like is Lockie Schultz. So thank goodness we've got Lockie Schultz doing his thing. I've seen Kane Corns' comments about Jack Ginnivan going to Hawthorn being a mistake for Collingwood. I think we're fine. Ginnivan's doing his thing. Lockie Schultz is doing his thing for Collingwood. And Freo's got Shea Bolton using our pick, and they've got Murphy Reid as well. So it's a win-win-win. But I digress. I expect Craig McRae to make adjustments early on. He does that. This does remind me of 2024, where we went with Ash Johnson as our key forward when Dan McStay injured his knee in pre-season. And we realised Ash Johnson wasn't the guy for us. Brody Mychek and Ash Johnson just couldn't work. This forward line combination for us doesn't work. I expect it to be, I guess, tinkered with, whether McStay goes down back, whether Jack Buller remains inside 50 only. Membry to do his thing. He remains solid, but he's out of contract, so that could change with his selection status. And it's a good chance as well to play the kids. West, Oscar Steen. Zach McCarthy will do his thing in the VFL. He needs time, but he looks the good. Zach McCarthy just needs to put on size. He's a ruck forward. I expect him to improve in his career. And obviously, we're linked to Ben King in 2027. But I did say in my review against Adelaide that if Ben King was watching Collingwood's attacking game or watching that game overall, he might be deterred from joining Collingwood because the delivery was shocking. And I don't think Ben King would have done any impact for us if he was playing against Adelaide. So inside 50 entries, need to lift. I expect that to occur. Leading patterns, accuracy in front of goals, efficiency, conversions, accuracy, set shots, everything up forward needs to improve, and I expect it to improve. Need to bump up those numbers. They're rookie numbers. It's a long season. We will adjust. We will respond. We will bounce back. Hopefully it's against the Giants. Otherwise, it could be a long season. But besides that, that's all for this video. What are your thoughts on our key forwards so far? Who needs to lift? What would you do as a coach? I've displayed the numbers. I don't think it matters in that sense. The vibes are off. The eye check is off. The stats are off as well, for that matter. But uh, leave your thoughts. What are your Collingwood key forward selections? What would you do with our forward line structure? Who comes in? Who goes out? That's all for this video. I hope you guys had a good week, and I hope you guys have a good weekend as well. Please be well. Please be safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one, either Sunday or Monday. Up the pies.